Good evening. My name is Mahesh Mukund Takale. Today's date is 19th July 2021. The today's topic name is the string buffer and string builder. First, we study the what is meant by string and which types are included in string. Then, next we study the how to use string buffer and string builder in a string. First, what is meant by string? String is a non-primitive data type. It is a sequence of the characters or a arrays of the character. This is called as a string. String is a class. The syntax of the string it is the public final class string. This is the syntax of the string method. The string class. Then the next point we study the why string is a final. Because string is a immutable means we can't change in a string data. This is called immutable means does not change. Then in a string there are three classes are in three in a string there are three classes are included. First is the string, second is the string buffer, third is the string builder. First, then next we study the what is meant by string constant pool, that is the SCP. We know that we know the memory area in a JVM. JVM means Java Virtual Machine. In a JVM, there are five types of the memory. First is the method area, second is the heap area, third is the stack area, fourth is the PC register, and fifth is the native method area. Now, SCP is the SCP string constant pool is a present in a heap area. It is the special memory area used to store the string object. That is the object occupy the memory in a heap memory. That is when we create a string by using a new keyword and lateral keyword. When we create a new when we create a string in a new keyword, that it's allocated in a SCP and heap memory. In this case there are two objects is created in a heap memory and SCP. Then in a string, when we create a using literal, then it is a store in SCP. That is there are one object is created in SCP. In SCP there are maximum one object is created in SCP. Then in SCP there are garbage collection is a not work because we can't delete any object in a SCP. Then next we study the what is the string buffer and what is the difference between string buffer, the string buffer and string builder. The string buffer and string builder are classes. This is used to modification of the string of the characteristic called as the string buffer and string builder. Unlike a string is the object type of the string buffer, and string builder can be modified over and over again without leaving behind a lot of unused object. That is the string builder. String builder class was introduced as a Java 5, and it is the main difference between string buffer and string builder is that the string builder methods are not thread safe because this is the not synchronized. Then next point we study it is the recommended to use a string builder whenever possible because it is faster than string buffer. However, because thread safety is necessary, the best option of the string buffer is the object. Then next we study the take an example. The first take an example. We create a class tester. Then we create in a class tester. There are one main method, that is the public static void main. Then string arguments. Then we create a string buffer. That is the reference variable is the yes buffer. Then we create a new keyword. Then that is the string buffer. Then string buffer in a bracket. That is the test. Then next is the yes. Yes buffer is yes buffer dot appends, then string buffer. Then next we sys out this method, that is the sys out system dot out dot println. We call yes buffer. Then the output of this method is the test string buffer. This is the output of the this example. Then next we study the some methods are included in some methods are included in string buffer and string builder. First is the same method as a string and string buffer and string builder. First, then some methods are different. First is the string public buffer. Appends in strings, that is the this method is used update the value of the object invoked in the method. The method takes boolean character that is the primitive data type, that is the boolean character integer, etc. Then second method is the public string buffer reverse method. That is the this method is used to value of the string buffer, that is the object that invoke the method. This is the use of this method. Then third method is the public delete method. That in method there are integer start and integer end. This method is used to delete the string starting from the start index and until the end index. Then fourth method we study the public inserter method. That is the in a public inserter, that is in a bracket in offset and int I. Then this method is insert. This method is insert the string, that is the yes at the position mentioned of the offset. This is the use of this method. And fifth method we study the uh, fifth method we study the that is the replace integer start, integer end, and integer string. That is this method is used. This method is used to replace the characteristic in the substring. That is the string buffer with characteristic in the specific string. This is the function of this method. Then then we next we study the what is the difference between string buffer and string builder. In a string buffer and string builder, first we study the its parameter, means the how where is store and uh, where is store, what where is the memory location, and then how to object create, then thread safe or not, perform what is the performance of this method, and then next is the use of the method. Then first we compare this string buffer and a string builder. First parameter is the storage. In a string, the string is stored in a heap memory and SCP, means a string control SCP. Then next is the string buffer. String buffer is the storage. String buffer is the heap area. Then third is the string builder. String builder is the storage in a heap area. Same as the string buffer and string builder is same storage in a heap area. Then second is the object create. String is the immutable, but string buffer and string builder, these are the mutable. Then third point is the memory location. In a string, if we change the value of the string a lot of time allocated memory, then but in a string buffer and in a string buffer in string builder there is consume less memory. Then third point we difference is the thread shape. The string is not thread shape because it is a non-synchronized, but string buffer and string builder, it is the string buffer is the all of the methods are synchronized, that is the thread shape. String buffer is the thread shape, but string builder is a not thread shape because it is a not synchronized. Then next point we study the performance of the string buffer and string builder. The performance of the string is slow as compared to string buffer and string builder, and string builder performance is faster as compared to string, and string builder is performance as faster as compared to string and string buffer. Then fair to use and how to use. String is used to data is not changed frequently. This is the use of the string. Then second is the string buffer. String buffer is the when the data change, it is the frequently. Then string the buffer for the then use the string buffer for a thread shape. This is used to thread shape. Then in a string builder, the data change in frequently. They then use a string builder, then but for it is a not thread safe, and it is faster as compared to the string, as compared to string buffer. Thank you.